Oh, shit. All right. Let's do the pop-outs. Yes, that is my microphone for the camera outside. And we are live from my house. We're going to check the Aurora anyway. Doesn't look like it's too much going on. It's still very bright. So it's still light. There's clouds definitely in the horizon. It doesn't mean much. It's funny, they cheated. Now I have this on natural setting. This is natural. I don't have any filters on this. And I'm definitely gonna get rid of the mic. But this is natural. This is not filtered. This is the sky as the sky is. Not with any of my filters that I usually use. But we're gonna add them. Because it just makes it look better. So I'm gonna move my camera. I'll put it there. And now we're gonna go play with the filters. And the camera's right outside the door. Right there. Now we have darkness. We gotta get out of there. That looks pretty good. Now there is something else we could do. That looks pretty damn good. It's a little bright. Just a little. No, but we can maybe see that using a different camera. I'm not at a good position where I have trees. So, I'm surrounded by trees. We're looking southeast right now, pretty much. The moon is already more toward the west. But people were asking me earlier about the camera, telescope, and all that stuff. I said, well, if it's clear tonight, I'll put my camera outside. And that's the camera right outside the door. Right there. Watch. If I had it louder, you hear me clapping inside. It's a little windy. But we don't need that. So, you never know. Oh, that's the microphone from this one now. They have their mic on, their camera on too. We both had our mics on. Oh yeah, you can hear the road noise for sure. No doubt about it, you can hear the road. But yeah. It's all good. It's a beautiful night. Getting cold now. It's dropped down to 45. But when it's this cool out, usually means low humidity, which means great viewing. The summer, when it's humid, you can tell. The humidity blocks out a lot of stars. So this is actually good conditions. Oh shit, I gotta put the heater band. It's always something. So the camera is right out here. Now I got the light off. Wow, so you can see the alignment, kind of, out here, but it's trees. Now let's put this heater band down. Where the hell is the cord? Okay, the heater band is on now. So the moon is right there. We can look. We can try. Wow, it is cold out there. Now, Tuesday really is the day to see this. It says here, the time to spot this planetary parade is right after sunset on March 28th. No more than about 45 minutes after sundown, since Jupiter and Mercury will both disappear below the horizon fairly quickly. You want to make sure you have a clear view of the western horizon, where the sun sets and Jupiter and Mercury will follow close behind. So, it's going to be difficult for me. Like right now, you can see Mars, moon, the moon. It's not a big deal for me right now. It would be hard. But you just got to focus on the moon. Now, if I try to turn my camera around, which I could, in tripod, I would have to get my glasses. Let's see what we can do. Well, it's not the date, but we could still... So you can see some of the difficulty I'd have looking west. The trees, it's obstructed to my west because of the trees. So it's not the best for me at all. Just to give you an example, it wouldn't work out well at all. Yeah, but I can go outside them all. It's right outside the door now. It's right here. Camera's right there. That's the good thing. I don't have the tripod in the grass 20, 30 feet away from the house. It's right outside the door. Makes life a lot easier. I want to be an alcoholic. Sorry. So we have two beautiful images going on. Canada. Oh shit, cancel that. I almost did a boo-boo. So that looks nice. That was too much of a 420 celebration just now. What time is it? It's 10:20 almost. So where? Somewhere in Europe. Maybe France. It's 4:20 a.m. Let me see. Paris. Paris, France time. Yes, I was right. It's going to be 4:20 in Paris in a few seconds. 4:20 a.m. So here is Tuesday. Look to the west. See west. And you'll see the alignment. Best early so you can see Venus and our most favorite planet, Uranus. What's up, Martine? So like I said, we've got Canada going on and we got my house going on. There's my camera. So we've got the Sony outside. And we've got the Canadian camera. So we will definitely keep an eye on both. See, they cheated. They used my settings. I showed Mark my settings too. Because these cameras are very, I would say, technical and specific on how you want it to appear. It's got a lot of settings. I mean, you really got to get to know your camera. It takes a while, to be honest, to get used to all the settings on these Sonys. There's a ton of them. And to be honest, the only way to do it is to go through each one. If you have to take notes, you take notes. If you want to be thorough and learn the camera, you go through each stage. Because there's a lot involved. It's the image. It's how you record your audio, video, everything. Bluetooth. It's insane how many settings these cameras have. And one day I'll mess with the old Sony too. Maybe I'll actually do a little tutorial on how to use these cameras. It'll be a long stream. But what else is new? Most of the streams are long. And winded. What's up, V? V, it's past your bedtime. Go to sleep. I'm not even looking at my phone. I'm not even going to look at my phone. I did enough today. Anything now can wait till tomorrow. It's like after a certain time, you think that office hours are closed, right? Especially when the office opens at 9:30 a.m. And it is now 10:30 p.m. So I think on a Sunday, office hours being open for 12 plus hours is long enough. What do you think? I think so. Oh, it's beautiful. And it was gorgeous here today. It was 63. But now this week is going to get chilly. And now they're saying it on the weather channels, exactly what I said yesterday. About the storms again building up in the midsection of the country, and the pattern's not going to change. I was ahead of it because I looked at the models ahead of them, and now they're talking about it. It's so sad, Mississippi. So there's more on the way. Not necessarily to that area, but there's some nasty weather. Keep an eye on your weather down south. Alabama, Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi, Georgia. Oh, a plane just went over my house. I'm not so sure that's a plane. Kind of almost looks like a helicopter, but I didn't hear it. So it's definitely a plane, small plane. You got your first sunburn of the season. I could have done that today if I wasn't working. And like I said, now it's going to be like 45 and 50 for over a week, which I predicted too on the models. So probably won't warm up here again till maybe the week of the 4th or 3rd. Yeah, the 3rd. My birthday is April Fool's Day. It's a Saturday. So maybe by the Monday of the 3rd, maybe it starts warming up. The main thing is there's no fucking snow out there. That's the main thing. V, oh my, that's what I want to be. I want to be on the beach, fishing. Little music in the background. No mom. No one. Maybe another fisherman, because the fishermen have cool conversations. But that's it. But I'm not going there to hang out with people. I'm going there to be by myself. And we're talking about booking it for... See, when we go, it's October. Because that's when the best fishing is for the striped bass. So, it's still kind of warm, but it's not like I'm going to go swimming in Mount Talk. I'm not going there to swim in the water. I'm going there to fish. So as long as the weather is in the 60s, maybe, because it gets chilly depending on how that wind is blowing. In Mount Talk, you're surrounded by water. Pretty much. Almost. It's not an island, but on 3 sides it's water. Because it's the tip of Long Island. So I am looking forward to maybe a little vacation. Now, I will go in the water, technically. I never take pictures. I'm going to show you, if I can find it. You're going to get a laugh on this. And you see my mother on camera, right? How could you all not? Okay, so this was 10 years ago. Okay? This is 10 years ago. Who do you think is, and this is a big magazine, who do you think is in this image right now? Look at the person in the red shirt on the right. Who do you think that is? That is me. And I got my fucking pole and I got my lures and I'm casting right into the Mount Talk Blitz. That is all striped bass. That is all striped bass. They're in a frenzy because the bait fish are there. That's the most awesomest experience. Now, I'm a catch and release person. Unless these freaks are going to eat the fish, which I won't. If I'm not going to eat the fish, I'm not keeping the fish. I throw them back. I take pictures, throw back. But sometimes mom wants to bring it for the neighbor because they eat fish. Now the limit is 1. Last I checked, and I'm going to have to re-sign up for my Department of Conservation bullshit. That's why I do it all the time. The size limit minimum is 28 inches. When I was fishing last, I went for those. I think there was also, if you caught a 40 or 42, you can keep that one too. But I can't remember. I know the 28 is definitely law. Was law. It's been a while. But you could say, how do you know that's him? Well, let's rewind a little. Let's see who's sitting on the beach. Why don't we? I gotta go forward a little. I don't know where it shows somebody. That's all us nuts. There I am. You can tell that's me. You can. And look who's there. Who's sitting over here? Mom and her friend Abby. Look who's there. Right? We're going to see Mom. Well, oh, man. That was so fucking awesome. I could have sworn. There I am. You could see that's me. That's too funny. You could see that's me. And you got to wait for the rock. When you go there, you got to have the rock. So when I said I don't go in the water, it's not necessarily true. I do go in the water. But now it's a little scary. Wait. I thought I had a frame here. See the rocks? You want to get the rock. You definitely want to get on top of the rock. I don't wear white caps, so that's not me. Oh, never. Yeah, you can get tuna there too. Oh, no, no, not me. Get the fuck out of the way. But wait a minute. There she is. There's Mom. Right here. There's Mom. Let me go back again. I should call her. So she could see it. There she is. There's Mom right there. So you know I'm there. There's Mom. Sitting and watching all the commotion. It's such a good feeling. So I had to share that. Because that's where I love going vacation. All right, let's see. There's my sky. So we're going to watch mine. Unless I see activity go on in the Aurora area. I mean, I went through the trouble to put my camera on. I might as well put it on the screen. And you never know. Sometimes I've sat here and it's happened with people on a Skype call too, where you see a flock of geese come onto the screen and it looks like a triangle. And it's like, what the fuck is that? It's just a flock of geese. But it looks pretty interesting when it first comes up on the screen. You're like, wait, what is that? Sometimes you see odd things too. And I'm saying it's the Hudson Valley. Trippy from Canberra. Now, out there, it is pitch black. I mean, I can open up my door. The camera kind of makes it look lighter than it is. It's not. It's really dark out there. This camera can make that look like daytime. Literally. I can make this right now look like if it was daytime. With this camera. Because of the low light resolution it has. It's kind of trippy. Want to see? Watch. Wait, Mama.
What are you doing outside?
I'm with my camera.
When you're sick and you just took a bath.
Oh my God, I took a shower over 2 hours ago.
No, that wasn't 2 hours ago.
Yes,
It's not too long ago. What's wrong with you? Camera for what?
What?
For what? Camera.
Skywatch. Camera. I'm doing it now. It's too bright. I'll leave it like that for now because Mom will have a heart attack. You don't even know what I was just showing them.
What?
The Mount Blitz with the striped bass go all over the place.
Oh,
and you sitting on the beach on the camera. Remember that?
That was the best light.
That was the best Mount Talk fishing experience I ever had. Oh, I know. But did you see how bright that got?
Really? Bill?
What, Mom?
JJ, it's not being too good to my niece.
I'm not. I'm live right now.
And she's handicapped, you know. I gotta take a trip to Florida because I'm gonna
Okay.
put a little motherfucker in his place.
All right, I'm live right now, Ma. Thanks.
Because of treating his mother that she's handicapped. Oh wow!
But did you see how it makes it look?
Don't get it from me.
It looks like daytime. What's up, Bob? This is an amazing camera. Now, of course, it looks super pixelated. But it's still, you can see like daytime. Now, imagine if you're in the woods. Imagine if you're like in the dead woods. Because remember, even if there's starlight, but there has to be some light source. If it's a cloudy night and you're in the pitch black of the woods, I've never tried it with the camera. That would be like the extreme. I've done it in a dark room. Pitch black, not so much. But if there's even a hint of light, that's all it needs. So, it's a pretty badass camera. When I was in Roswell, I was looking at the night sky. You're in the city, you know, there's a little city light. Anywhere there's light, there's fucking light pollution. So I was never in a completely dark area to look at the light, you know, to look at the sky and see how much more stars I would see. But this isn't too bad. Now the moon is still out. It's setting. It's still out there. It's only like a quarter moon, but still. For the camera, that washes a lot out. Obviously, on a moonless night, it's beautiful. You see a lot of stars. So it's not so bad here with light pollution and the view. It's not bad. So that's a good thing. The only thing is, it seems like there's always a fucking storm over my house when there's a meteor shower. It's like my luck. It always gets cloudy. Like, what's up with that? Well, I do want to go eventually. I don't have time. Because everything traveling is business now. There's no time for hangouts. There's only time for work. Really. Now, Marianne has told me, Bill, just come over next summer or in April or whenever. You and Mom. We've been staying in her house. All we gotta do is fly into Phoenix. Not even Phoenix. That's somewhere maybe even closer to her where she's at. Fantasy goes camping all the time. He's in chat right now. He goes camping all the time. I used to when I was young. A lot in Hunter. But I don't have the time to do it for anything. But anyway, see, I would, if it were possible, now obviously I could record it. It'd be nice to go to different locations and stream live from it and do a skywatch from that area. Travel across the country and do a skywatch from different points. I think that would be fucking amazing. Like, I would love to do a skywatch with Devil's Tower in the foreground. And put the fucking camera from a distance looking at Devil's Tower with the sky right above. That would be amazing. Now, I can record it. But it'd be nice to stream in the middle of nowhere. Starlink might be your best choice. See, that's the thing. You need the internet access. All I really need is Wi-Fi. Because I have a Wi-Fi booster, a MiFi. That really does fucking work. I've used it already. That son of a gun works. I never had a problem the whole time I was doing something. On different floors, an attic, I had a camera in. The signal was strong from the bottom with the MiFi. I was like, holy shit. And it was fucking the connection, because there's different connections in a house. I was getting 5G. It cost me $50 every month to have that Wi-Fi connected to my phone. But when I need it, I got it. But it's Wi-Fi. So all I need is a Wi-Fi signal. But you're not going to get a Wi-Fi signal in the middle if you're camping, I don't think, right? Unless they have Wi-Fi towers nearby where you can, or like a little building that puts out a Wi-Fi signal. I don't know what the fuck. No, it's not. It's really cool. Now, see, that would be good near the hotel. All you gotta do is get the hotel's Wi-Fi. See, I don't trust using guest. But it'd be nice to get a signal. Now that I'm talking about my fucking Wi-Fi, I wonder where my Wi-Fi is, because that shit's... I'll have to look for that tomorrow. Wow. So if you can get cell signal, it's good. I mean, that works just as fine, too. The reason I was going to look for it, but I'm not going to look for it now because I'm not in the mood. But it's so easy to use. I mean, it's incredible how easy it is to use. You just got to tie the phone. It has matter of fact, it has its own phone number. So I have another phone number that's not usable. It's only for the Wi-Fi. That's how that works. It's pretty cool. Let me see. I think I bought it. I bought it on Amazon. Yep, there it is. I bought it last year. So it only cost me $100. All right, let me share screen. So this is a Wi-Fi, and it ties into your thing. It boosts it up. Look at that. You can look how many devices you can carry. So you get that, and then you have to pay your provider for the service of the Wi-Fi. So it's like adding on another line. But if I was in a hotel and the signal sucks and I wanted to stream, or even at events, sometimes you don't have access to an Ethernet. So you got to depend on their Wi-Fi. And a lot of times, so many people are using that Wi-Fi. It's good to have a booster. Yeah, V. So it really comes in handy. I remember using it in Pine Bush because their signal sucks. And of course, I have access to the passwords. But without that Wi-Fi, it's bad. So that's why that comes in handy. But it would be nice to do SKYWATCHERs from remote locations. I mean, you could just compile it all and upload it at a later time and record. But it's nothing like doing it live. And I'm going back to my camera. So it's amazing because I'm thinking of taking that filter off. The blue. Nah, you know what? I'm thinking of changing the filter. Making it natural, not blue. It does look nice in the blue. This is incandescent mode. But a lot of people like the way it looks with this bluish look. But it's not really what it looks like. Obviously. It's much darker and not as bluish. And you could see if I put it in its natural setting how much of a difference it is. But this is nice. It does. Yeah, it's also the lighting. That's the light, the moonlight. This camera is really good at picking up light, and it makes those trees look like that. That's actually not a tree on the left. That's magnolia tree. And this, you can see the buds are starting to come out. Yeah, that's a magnolia. The other ones in the foreground are trees. But the one on the bottom left, that's a magnolia plant. Tree now. It's big. Yeah, they are nice. It looks beautiful here when it's spring, late spring, summer. It's beautiful. There's a lot of flowery stuff out there. But see, if I was to put the natural filter, it's more dull. It's darker. I have a cherry blossom in the front. Used to have two. A storm took it out when a tree fell on it. That tree almost hit the house too. That would have been a disaster. Which is the one? We have hibiscus. We have on the trellises in the back. Oh, clematis of different colors. The purples, the pinks. A lot of climbing roses, which are thornless. And I just cleaned the side of my property out in the grass when Mom had a fucking mess with her invention years ago. I just cut it all down. And I'm gonna throw seed in there, get the grass growing in there. What a mess. It was an eyesore on the property, but it was Mom, but she agrees now. Now, years later. And then we've got Japanese maples, oaks. They're beautiful. They're reddish leaves all year round. They're just beautiful trees. I think it's a Japanese maple. Beautiful. Two of them. And the lighthouse is in the middle. The 7 feet fucking high lighthouse. Can't make it up. It looks nice. I'm not going to say it doesn't, because it does. But it's a little... Oh, I'm not showing that, because if I show that, Amo will never let me hear the end of it. I'm I don't know where the fucking. There's no pictures. There's gotta be a fucking. Oh, here we go. This will give you an idea. This will definitely give you an idea. See it? The lighthouse? Well, there's another one of these on the other side. It looks so beautiful when everything's fucking green. You can see it a little bit better from that view. There's another one behind it. So it looks really nice in the summertime. It looks like death right now. I don't have any other pictures. Nope. Maybe. Just a stack of wood that I always do. That's about what I have right now. That's probably what I have right about fucking now. I could see this. That's exactly what I have right now outside. I don't know why I took this fucking picture. Why did I take that picture? I don't know. That's bizarre. Yeah, that's about what I have now. This is the bird feeder I made. And that shit works. Now, every so often, I have to replace those bowls, but it's just a matter of a couple of screws, take it out, put new ones in. So, not so bad. Oh, it is fantasy. It is bird heaven. I'd rather watch mine. But it's so nice. I wish I should take a picture, but I'm not going to do it now. I keep forgetting. You got to see how nice the gazebo looks now with the two lights. The two things I put there now. It is fucking bright. I don't know if it's still... I could take a picture. Let me see. I don't know if it's still lit. Let's check. Fucking problem is I gotta move all this stuff. Oh, it's still lit. Where are the remotes? I'm gonna take a picture of it. Alright, I need the two remotes. Tycho, you stay right there. get a good picture. It's alright, Tycho. What? I am locking it now. I'm locking. Alright. Let's see. Okay. Let me just do something else. They're talking about the weather. I was getting like a couple of alerts. Not for here. So I gotta try to send these pictures to myself. Oh my God, why does that look like that? That is bizarre. I want to look at this myself, why they look like that. Because I wasn't moving the camera. What is that? We get the plane. I know many of us have been at that altitude flying and looking down and seeing everything. It's pretty fucking cool. I like it. I love it. Oh yeah, Skype. Why did it do that? Only one, this is bizarre, but only one picture came out. So this is what it looks like in the backyard. It is fucking bright. Now, there's two controls, remote controls for each light. So I can put one on. I can make it nice and dim, not so bright in there. But it's fucking bright. So imagine in the summertime hanging out in the backyard. If it's warm enough, you could even go swimming in the pool. Because there are times when it's that fucking warm where you can go swimming at night. So it's pretty cool and chill to be in the backyard with a few friends hanging out and just chilling out back there. And being that it's usually cool here, we don't deal with the mosquitoes till like end of June, maybe July. It doesn't really get that bad. Oh my God, 100 cards a year. So it's a nice atmosphere. It's a nice chill atmosphere in the backyard. You got the Traegers right there if you're cooking at night. in the back of this picture right here, there's chairs for a fire pit. So I have like one of those fire pits. And I usually put the wood in it, and we all hang out around the fire. So it's nice. And you could see, not much worry about neighbors. There is none. Nothing close. The one thing is, though, at night, like like some of you know, when you live in a quiet neighborhood, and I mean fucking quiet, where when you hear this, the only thing you're hearing is the road. And the mic is making it sound a lot louder than it is. Point being, it's quiet. And imagine 10, 11 o'clock, people are partying in the backyard, voices a little loud, raised because they've been drinking. Everybody's hearing that commotion. And I am one that respects my neighbors. Simple, bring the party inside. If people can't keep it at a reasonable level, and that usually never hardly ever happens. It's not like, it's, people are mature. They know what to do. But like Keith and I, when I had my 10-man tent in my backyard, we were fucking dying laughing at 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Everybody must have heard us laughing, and they must have been like, what the fuck are those two laughing about in that fucking tent? And I'm not talking about the whole neighborhood, but my neighbors to this side and the neighbors at the diagonal side over there. It was so funny. It was a great time. ¿Qué pasa, cuatro? Electric. What are we talking? Are you talking about the lights in the gazebo? I'm lost now. Are you talking about running cheaper to run electric heat? Then I am lost. Oh yeah. Oh, all my neighbors do know. They do know. I let my neighbors know. They're mad cool. They know we don't do this all the time. I always warn them for Pine Bush. Always. That's for sure. Was it last year? Time flies so much. There were so many fucking cars in front of my house. Keith was directing traffic out there. My neighbors said I could park some cars in the property on hers. There were cars parked in the fucking driveway. I've never seen so many cars. Remember, the cars are on my grass. They're in front of my house. There's cars everywhere. There must have been like 10, 12 cars. And I'm like, where the fuck is all these cars going? I don't have a parking lot in front of my house. And my neighbors said they can park here till 10 o'clock. But these people were here all day, so a lot of them left by 10 anyway. But still, it was nice. The one thing, here's how it comes back too. When you help your neighbors, when you help your neighbors, and you're always there for your neighbors, they're going to look out for you too. So I'm always there for them. Ask Ronald. He was my witness. When the tornado impacted nearby, and it was like fucking shit all over the place, my property got damaged slightly. Almost really bad. If that tree would have went through the fucking house. I got lucky. It uprooted a fucking oak, but it stopped 6 inches from my fucking roof. Literally 6 inches from my roof. It was about to go right through this whole section where I'm sitting right now. Right in this corner. But after I cleaned up the debris on my property, because I'm a maniac, I have to do it like right away. Plus I knew people were coming for Pine Bush. Like Ronald was coming that night. So my first instinct was clean up. Get everything where people could get down the driveway. There was debris everywhere. Everywhere. Branches. Things that flew from places I don't know where it came from. I couldn't even identify so much shit that was on my property. I was like, where did this come from? Then I had to get Ronald. Because Ronald always gets lost. So he was at a gas station 2 miles up the road. So there was no power. We didn't have power for 4 days. The National Guard came in, was controlling fucking traffic. It was insane. It was a few years ago. It ain't that long ago. So I have to drive now and find him, and there's debris all over the road and no lights. The National Guard wasn't here by that same night of the tornado. It was crazy. But the gas stations were on. They had power. Why? Because this storm only went through a little narrow part, knocked our power out, but everybody else had power. So whoever was in the path of it obviously had issues. So everybody was getting gas for their generators, which is what I did at the same time I was getting Ronald. So the next day, Ronald could tell you, I brought them food. I made sure that they had everything they need. And they had power. I hooked up their generator for them. And Ronald could tell you that was my first, before anything, I had to help my neighbors. Make sure that they were okay. Once I get my shit sorted, I'm going to my neighbors. But I'm definitely going to have my shit sorted here first. Obviously. I think anybody would. But then my next instinct is to, if we're okay, I need to check on them. So, Ronald saw that. But that's what I'm saying. When I have parties or whatever, they're not going to say anything. But that's not the point. For me, it's still about respect to my neighbors. Not to do that. To play music loud after 10. Do you ever see me play music loud? I used to play music without, do the boards. I used to hang out and put music on. And play a lot of drums when I wasn't streaming. But I don't do that. I wouldn't think of playing drums at this time of night for my neighbors. Plus, Mom would kill me. Forget about that. And it's because of that reason. What are you, nuts? We have neighbors. So, it's nice. It's nice to have a good relationship with your neighbors. I've never had don't think I've ever had an instance where I had a bad neighbor. When I was a kid, there was a grouchy old man next door that we were scared of him. We stayed away from him. He was like a mean old man. One of those. Well, I've got you know the fire pits where it has those mesh thing that goes over it? Like a fire pit like that? or you don't have to put the mesh on, but it's not even like a mesh. It's like a mesh cover, but made of steel, and it's like one of those. It's really nice. It's got a nice design. It's a nice fire pit. And then, like he said, I got the fucking Traeger to cook in. Okay, where's that light coming from? That's the garage. One of my sensors went on. But the thing is, the front ones are off. This door and the other door is off, so that has to be the garage. Something walked in front of the garage. Cat, raccoon, skunk, opossum, possible. Could be anything. Is that Tycho? Because I'm hearing creaky sound. Yeah, that's him. He's sleeping, but it was probably him. I'm hearing like fucking creaking in the background. Yeah, that Traeger is going to get used the next warm day. That corned beef came out so good and I put on the slice machine. Oh my God, was it good. Now, they got these bullshit slicer machines. It's got that, oh my God, it's really small. And it doesn't, it's not like a real industrial slicer. I have both. But it works. It works. You just got to get used to the cutting it thin enough. And it's not like the real slicer machine, though, because that's right. Oh, shooter. I had a shooter, see? On the screen. Just now. A little one. There it is. No, it was definitely worth the money spent, for sure. Dude, if I can buy a Derek Jeter signed autograph ball for twice that, almost twice, for a fucking ball, a Traeger's more than worth. You know what I mean? Fuck yeah. Anyway, so a lot of stuff to do now, but it sucks. It's gonna be fucking cold all week. These last few days have been warm. It's 44 now. It's dropping, but the last days have been nice and warm, nice. And now it's gonna drop. It's gonna be like fuck. And I gotta go to the city on Thursday. Saturday's my birthday. I gotta work. That's all right. I just want to get out there and start doing things. Yeah, the Traeger was definitely great. It just takes a long time. The best time to start a Traeger is early in the fucking morning. Whatever you're going to do, start it early. Because you're going to be smoking all day. Depending on what you're making. But you want to get that ring. You want to get that ring established in the meat. The ring is the flavor. Right, For you have a Traeger, right? I love it when I see that ring around the food. Even in a fucking burger, you see the ring. And the taste. I mean, there's charcoal and the taste of obvious charcoal, which I'm not a big fan of. Then a lot of people use, of course, the propane. Okay, so the thing with a smoker is you don't want to cook on a high temperature. You want to do it at like 250. and slow smoke that fucker for hours. Then maybe for the last exactly low and slow. That is the best way to use a smoker. It took me a couple times to figure that out, like, because I'm always in a rush. Always. I'm very impatient. But then I found out, get up early, first thing you do. Because what I would do is I would put the barbecue on before I went into the swimming pool. So this is like 11 o'clock in the morning. The best time to go in my pool, and there's no trees covering the pool at all now. That's gone. So it's open. Sun, direct sunlight all day till like 6 at night. Because of the trees on this side. And I cut a lot of them down, so I got as much as I could to have sun still hitting the pool late in the afternoon. But anyway, so I would make sure that I'm putting my food in the Traeger at 11 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. And by the time I'm done with the pool, 4 or 5 in the afternoon, shit, my dinner's done. So it's nice. And then you can smell it out there. Now, the best time to be in the pool is from like 12 to 3. That's when the sun is like right above you. It's like the best. Those are really the prime time to be in the pool during the day. Here. April Fool's Day. Yes, Michael. Yes. But it's nice. It's nice and relaxing. And that Traeger, low and slow, like you said, low and slow. It's the best. It's even like making a chili and having it cook for hours. So I can't wait to get the hell out of here. It's like you're indoors all the time. It's time to get the fuck out. And it's not like I can't, because I can. It's just the weather. And I'm still a little sick. But not as bad as I was. Anyway, soon we're going to say goodnight to those on YouTube. Because I don't feel like talking anymore. I just want to hear music and relax. Oh, I hope you feel better. Go to bed, X. We'll see you soon. Feel better. And Justin's been through a rough patch. We kind of touched base with each other today. And today was one of his harder days. So, Justin, we love you and we hope you feel better. Jax was here earlier in the day when I was playing some video game. So yeah, he's going through some stuff. I will. I didn't speak to him. We texted each other today. Anyway, let me see what's going on in... Not much going on in Canada. There's a green hue going on a little bit. You can see it. That moon is bright there, boy. It's setting here. It's pretty much gone now. But if anything comes up on that screen, I'll put it up. But I think I wish we would see... I fucking would die if we actually seen something that just could not be explained away so easy. Can you imagine? It would be a life-changing moment for everybody that's here right now. And I mean an obvious, no doubt, what the F is that moment. Where it's like I would get up, start yelling and freaking out, kind of a deal. It would have to be something like that. That I couldn't contain myself. And I probably would run outside. I think I would love to be outside if something went crazy out there. I'm going. Don't think I'm staying in here. I'm going right out there. What? Tycho is sleeping on the recliner. In his spot. I realize what that sound was now. It was the chair handle, I think. But I didn't do it that hard. That's it. Putting my weight. I'm trying to come up with a rational explanation of the sound I heard earlier, but I think I figured it out now. It's not working now. Anyway, so do you guys want to go over to... Well, we're already there, but I think it's time to say goodnight to YouTube. And join us on Rumble. Trovo, Twitch. Because I want to sit back and relax. It's already 11:30. I can't stay up too late because I got to do a show in the morning. But still early. It's not that bad. It's only 11:30. I wonder how the guys ended up in Vegas. Oh, man. See, I like to have a good time. You're leaving for? What a wuss going to sleep. Or maybe not going to sleep, but just getting the fuck off of here. Anyway, have a great night. Don't worry. Every time I use my Traeger, I have to think of you. I mean, it's just one of those things. I look at the Traeger, and I think of I think of Mike, I think of Race, I think of Warren, I think of everybody that was involved in my decision-making of getting the damn thing. Because it was those 4. There might have been one other person. I just can't think of it. I think there was one more person involved. He wears the Traeger badge with honor. Don't worry. 4, if you ever come out this way, you could love the Traeger because you're going to be the one cooking in it. You're going to be the one doing the food. So be ready if you ever come here to enjoy the Traeger. You actually will like using it. Anyway, go eat. So now... Now we say goodnight to YouTube. On Rumble, later, go eat. On Rumble, if you search Bill NY Skywatcher, all one word, Bill NY, like New York, Bill NY Skywatcher, all one word, you'll find my Rumble channel. On Trovo, it's trovo.live/The Kraken's Den. And on Twitch, I think it's Bill NY Skywatcher too. It is. Bill NY Skywatcher on Twitch. But we're going to say goodnight now to YouTube. So goodnight to those on YouTube. Be well, be blessed, be safe. And see you all soon. YouTube's done.